No, the clips you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, no, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy.
You see the sunrise, a new day's upon you. You bite your nails and you need something trouble. The time is upon you to show them what you can do, and soon they will know that the day has come. Knows that we are gifted just for being who as we are, for being who as we are. Late into the night, I hear a snowman play, and that's slithering is what I'm moving. And then into the wind is what I'm moving. I'm moving. Now I feel the pressure of the storm. That's why it leads me home. So many names and faces. So many lights that are unknown places. And every day I walk waiting and wait to know. I'm not too brave. I'm gonna take a stand. It's like I've been good. I'm telling you my sleeves. Try to take my day.
I may or may not say this back in last season, Saiyans are the most powerful tribe of the Dragon Ball universe. Basically now they destroy and conquer each planet to get a lot of credits. But there are some Saiyans do not deny with this is their legacy. In fact, some Saiyans use these powers for good. While they're uncontrollable or completely unstoppable, they can able to use them to get their greatest advantage. Such as these two Saiyans in the battle between the Saiyan race. Broly, the legendary / mysterious Saiyan of Universe 7. And Kefla, the first Universe 6 female fusion Saiyan. And by guessing from the theme is between Universe 7 versus Universe 6 theme. But it doesn't matter because basically enough, this is a battle between the Saiyans that with raging power. My name is Deso24 and my job to analyze these two combatants to see who will win in a deadly duel. In Planet Vegeta, it was used to be a wasteland. Basically now with the trio of base pirates, the Saiyans had much more technology and credit to conquer each planet, supporting Planet Vegeta, and they ruled by a king called, King Vegeta. Everything seemed smooth. However, until one brave day, they were visited by the Frieza to King Cole's army, and for another years later, they were later visited by King Cole's son, Frieza, which King Cole's planned to retire one day, so leaning his hand to his unborn son, Frieza. Basically now, it would be a total nightmare because, well, come on, he's Frieza. He can destroy planets with just a single beam or a single supernova. Come on, who can be feared by this guy? However, King Vegeta isn't ready to be controlled and also being ordered by either King Cole or Frieza. So King Vegeta decided to let his new descendant, which is Prince Vegeta, we all know today, will become his new heir and finally end the monsters once and for all for the sake of the planets, Planet Vegeta's sake. But as soon he leaving the laboratory, he discovered a mysterious Saiyan baby with a higher power level. Basically enough, he was frustrated and finding out that this Saiyan baby was from Commander Paragus, which in this story, Paragus the Commander, he decided that sending Paragus' born son, into a distant planet. Execute, otherwise he'll become a monster. From this action, Paragus was furious to King Vegeta and decided to abandon his job and decided to head to save his son to order would not be exiled permanently. But that might lead the cause that he was stranded along with another Saiyan, which he killed him off, and his son, Broly, for years to come for exile. For decades, Broly as a kid, even though he killed off a monster before, he is destined to be Paragus' weapon. Basically now, Paragus decided to train Broly under his hand to only do one thing: take vengeance of the Vegeta family. And basically now, Broly became a powerful Saiyan, up till the end where he finally befriended with Goku and Vegeta. Basically now, this is the reboot Broly I'm talking about, not canon version of Broly. Anyways, Broly, man, I keep saying Broly got all day. Anyways, Broly is over 48 years old, and even though at that, Broly is the same survivor alongside his father, Paragus. Basically now, Broly, like a Saiyan, have pretty exorbitant powers that can use in battle. Like a Saiyan, Broly had a key elimination, where he's showing his energy into further attacks. For example, his energy seal can survive and surpass any beings or even death rays. Know that he has the same blaster, the chest blast, and no, not like just my Fulgor, but I'm not sure what. But anyway, the blaster, he also has a blaster meteor. That dashing punch was for the combo. He also surprised at the eraser cannon, and no, that's not similar to raccoons. But anyways, he also has a... Wait, did I already put in Blaster Meteor? Anyways, he also has a galactic breath with the full energy to completely destroy a single mountain. Knowing that he has a planet crusher, which surprisingly can create a center and also a meteor crash giant moment. And he also has a galactic cluster, and surprisingly, he also had the key sensing as well during the fight with Goku and Vegeta. And based on like every show, he had the fight ability. But despite this, he also had his rage power and berserker mode, helping increase all his strength. He also had a recurring power level, which has been shown where his power level is skyrocketing even as a baby. And like any Saiyan, Broly had transformations. His rival form is almost kind of similar to the Great Ape form, even though Paragus did cut Broly's tail, but surprisingly the rival form increased all his strength like a Great Ape, but ended up with his Saiyan genes. He also had the Super Saiyan form, including, if I get this right, Super Saiyan Broly Full Power, or more like to call it, the legendary Super Saiyan. Despite lacking of knowledge, Broly had plenty of feats behind his back. He managed to survive in a dangerous planet for over 48 years straight, with nothing but eating the creatures' life force in the planet, managed to somehow break into another dimension. He once charted blows with Super Saiyan Blue Goku during their fight, and even kept up with Super Saiyan Gogeta and even in Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta form, which surprised now Gogeta is canon. Hey, at least it's better than GT. Knowing that he also survived a shocking neck from his partner Paragus, and when he loses control, and even destroyed Frieza, no, not actually kill him, but actually destroy him while Goku and Vegeta were escaping to get a plan. However, Broly isn't actually perfect. He lacks in knowledge and it comes to things that aren't related to fighting, surprisingly. Since it makes sense with that, he was unable to control his own power, shown in the movie, and surprisingly, he almost been defeated by Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta ever since the fact that he almost been killed by him as well, or them. Basically enough, Broly is a truly monster, even though at the end, he is still unaware of his power, but he managed to control it thanks to the help his, basically girlfriend and also his helper. And at the end, he befriended with Goku or Kakarot at the end of the movie. I guess even redemption can be helpful even towards a powerful warrior like Broly himself.
Don't move.
Basically enough, in Universe 6, it's a pretty interesting universe, showing from the weakest to the strongest, to the worst to the best. There's plenty of characters that we could go from, to the legendary assassin Hit, to the protege of Vegeta, Kaba. But we're not talking about these guys today. We're talking about the two female Saiyans that we're gonna cover, which is Kefla and Kel. Kefla is the leader to the Saiyan Rogue Gang, or a Duck group, which later on with her protege, Kel, which Kel is actually a female version of Broly. And please do not deny that. However, before the tournament, they were given the Portanda fusion rings, and basically now, they learned to use it. And during their battle with Goku, they had no choice to fuse into one being. With the fusion strength of Kel and Kefla, and with their smarts together, they became the first Dragon Ball Super's female fusion Saiyan. They became Kefla. Not Saiyan for her origin, but hey, we get to see a first female Super Saiyan fusion. Basically enough, it's still unknown what their age, but it's like they say, you cannot judge by one's age, right? But anyway, she or they are Universe 6 powerful Saiyans, and basically now they have plenty of ability under their belt. Basically now, her abilities are from light and knowing that, and like any character is saying, she had Ki elimination. Of course, she had Ki Blast, which is the most basic form of energy attacks. She also has a constant energy bullet, which is a combination of many energy waves fire at very rapid rates. Knowing that she also fist cannon ball, which she grabbed her hand, and with green key, it would honor her attack. Also, she had the Galactic Blast, which, like Broly's, can able to create a construct of green or even red Ki Blast in her both hands and fires them at her own will. Knowing that she also got a Buster and a Great Breaker, which at their best can able to charge up and it will shoot in the red or green, or even combine into a powerful Bleeding Blast. Also, I forgot to mention the Ki and also the full power energy, but you probably know what it is. And surprisingly, she also has a Buster Meteor, and she also has the Ki sensing, where she can sense any opponent near or far distance. Knowing that she also is a martial artist mastery, knowing that she also has enchanted sense, and surprisingly, she also had a berserker mode as well, like Broly's. I guess she got it from the Kel habit side, yeah. And of course, like a Saiyan, she also had the Super Saiyan forms. She had Super Saiyan in her Super Saiyan form. It increased her stamina and appears to be like a legendary Super Saiyan form, but just a Super Saiyan. And with that form, it can't even rival against Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken Goku. You know that her Super Saiyan 2 form can't even keep up with Ultra Instinct Goku as well, make her one of the strongest female Saiyans. Basically enough, Kefla had plenty of feats to stall her all her power. She stood up against Super Saiyan God Goku at her base form, can use the true, and surprisingly, she or may not can use her true legendary Super Saiyan form. She also had this. Also, she's strong enough to knock out Goku of his Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and that was able to rival against his Time Stop ability. And even shown in the manga, she was single-handedly defeated Uber's 11's fighters except Topo, Jur, and Dispo, and even the manga, she fought Gohan, which at the end ended up with a tie. She even stood up with against an imperfect form Ultra Instinct of Goku. Well, only a little bit. Actually, you get to see why in the false category. Basically enough, Kale had her flaws. She is extremely cockiness and also being arrogant like Khalifa side, and she can lose rage like Kale, and all that. She also lost to Ultra Instinct Goku, and if she get defused, she'll get uninfused if the rings get destroyed or last about a few minutes or more or less, depending how long they use. Despite this, Khalifa was the strongest fusion Saiyan female that ever shown in Dragon Ball Super, and surprisingly destroyed the fan base and the boys out there. And basically enough, besides that, Khalifa is one of the strongest Uber 6 Saiyans, and if you're thinking about facing her, your only regard is to fight her.
Cake! Damn, it feels good to be a Saiyan!
Alright, the battles have been done analyzed. Before I reveal who's the winner, let's go see results that you guys voted. Shall we? Let's go! Alright, for the votes, it's only 6 votes. Well, at least it's almost close, I guess. Basically enough, for Broly, the DBS, or should I say Uber 7, he got 66.7% of the votes, and Khalifa got 33.3% of the votes. Basically enough, you guys want to see Broly to win, huh? Well, there's only 2 comments, so let's just get to there, shall we? Let's go. I am God Chris Brenton stated that he thinks that Broly will win because even though Khalifa can keep up with Ultra Instinct Goku, while Broly in the movie can keep up with Goku and Vegeta, and while Khalifa may fall with Ultra Instinct Goku, wasn't actually 100%, which makes sense. Good opinion. I am God Chris Brenton, and there's one more comment that basically now is pretty interesting, which is Dario Pezes. I hope I got that right. Anyways, he said that this match was pretty tricky to figure out. And basically now he stated that both the half-walk Super Saiyan Blue Power 4, and even though that Khalifa may fall with Goku, and basically now Broly faced off with Vegeta, and also Goku and Vegeta, but he said that Khalifa, she had a small amount. But anyways, let's get the winner. Good comments. And the winner between the Saiyans with ranging power is Broly. Wow, basically now it's pretty close in comparison. But however, at the end, Broly gets to win. And no, this is not because of the Broly movie. But let's just get to the category to explain how can Broly become the winner and also defeat Khalifa. Alright, shall we? Let's go. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot of race from it. But however, the speed is actually a tie. Cause I know I'm gonna get a lot of anger, but surprisingly, they're much more faster in much massive light. Cause, for example, that Broly can able to keep up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and while basing up Khalifa to be skilled with Broly, also faster light. To show this interesting proof, basically enough, I know that I've seen this before, but basically enough, Broly can able to keep up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And remember, Super Saiyan Goku is a fusion of Goku and Vegeta, which this is actually taking advantage of tournament power. So basically now, it makes sense that Broly will be massive faster than light, since that he was able to face off with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and even went through another dimension. And according to Brandos, during the tournament power, she said that Khalifa's current power and speed are quite impressive because basically enough, it's worth mentioning that she was able to keep up with Ultra Instinct Goku during the fight, though imperfect, were able to be massive faster than light, since during Goku and Turner's fight, they were able to create a giant crater during the stage. So at the end, we had to say the category for speed will be a tie because basically enough, he can't able to keep up Super Saiyan Blue Gochia, which was after the events of Turner and Power. And for Kefla, same, basically out with Ultra Instinct Goku and other transformation of Goku, which at best can be massive faster than light. So basically enough, speed branch I'm getting to is to both of them. And basically on Restraint is still both because hear me on this one because basically enough, at their best it's gonna be low multiversal. Because basically enough, at her best state from Kill herself, she'll blow away an entire universe in one shot. Even Piccolo commands that her power even surpassed to Goku. And basically enough, it makes sense since her power is from Kratos, improved by best and Goku. And to be fine, I said this earlier, and basically now I already know I said that. And her current power is basically now quite improved to the statement. So basically enough, Kratos stated that her power improved even better than Goku, even though that he had better reactions. And make her low multiversal, and she can able to keep up with Goku, and this is not full multiversal. And it would be same with Broly, because, well, it's kind of, if I were able to scale or compare it to Kefla. However, basically now, unlike Kefla, Broly can able to create another dimension with during their battle, which Broly faced up with Gochia. And basically now, it can able to shatter and create another dimension, which makes sense, since it at its best will be low most. Sorry for those who I sound like a dead record right now, but still, it still proves that overall, they're at low multiversal, which if I were scaled to Kefla to Broly, it makes sense since both of them have extreme power and even face off with Gochia and even stay from Corner Leaf himself. So basically now overall, I had to say that participating, you'll get the both string advantage. However, I will be giving the talent advantage to Broly because basically now Broly have much more intelligence than Kefla, even though Kefla know how to use these abilities and control the power. But Broly is capable to learn everything during the fight, even stay from Vegeta that he learned during his fight. So basically, it makes sense that his talent advantage will be giving to is Broly. Basically now, it's also the same way experience because basically now, Broly have much more experience than Kefla because let's face it, Kefla always been one who based it out, I believe, 2 episodes, maybe in country. But Broly have much more experience even before he transformed his Super Saiyan form, becoming a dangerous planet as well. So basically now, experience match I am giving to is Broly. Yep. And for durability, it has to be the same. And remember, basically now, Kefla and Broly are at best low multiversal since they have fought and survived battles, even surviving and also attacks from Goku like people such as Super Saiyan Blue Gochia and Ultra Instinct Goku. So basically enough, at their best, durability I am giving to is both of them, which is a tie to speed and strength. So while at best, both of them are faster, massive faster light, both of them are low multiversal. However, at the end, Broly can be skilled with Kefla, giving him the biggest win. And thanks to his intelligence and experience during his years of the planet, he is much more powerful and even basically can compete with Kefla. So sorry for Kefla fans, but Broly really rocked the world of Kefla. Wow, that sounds weird. The winner is Broly of the Dragon Ball Super Canon.